on YouTube. Welcome to the Strategic Hiring Event. My name is Kyle Pennington. I'm the Veteran Service Officer for Fresno County. We're getting ready to get started here. We have employers physically in attendance here today, and then we have some employers that are attending remotely. What's going to happen is the veterans are going to come before the audience, and they are going to talk about themselves. They're going to brief you essentially their resume. We call it an interactive resume. It's a one or two slide PowerPoint presentation about themselves, their experience, the stuff that they did in the military, and so forth. The unique thing about this event is that in Fresno County, we have a bunch of different organizations that serve veterans. We all come together to put this type of thing on. It's not just one organization by itself, but a collaborative of a bunch of different organizations. And you can, oh my bad, and you can see them. Their logos are up there. So pretty unique. There's not a lot of places that do stuff like this. Again, thank you for being in attendance. We really appreciate your willingness to attend this event and help support our veterans. So we'll go ahead and get started with our first veteran.
I told you or not, but I brought you a Red Bull.
Can I have?
Yes.
Switch slides. Right there. Over this way a little bit. Stand about right here because that's the.
In between the, yep, in between them.
And I'm Daniel Woodard. I have to say, first of all, I was excited to be invited for this event, especially I've been currently doing online training with the Vocational Rehabilitation Services, Inc., improving my Microsoft Office skills, computer skills, since April this year. And so it was exciting to hear how this was going to be presented and that it was a PowerPoint. So I thought, how fun is this? And that was something that I was learning. So that was very great. So I am interested in also general office clerical. So that is one a career that I'm pursuing. And so also for this presentation, we didn't get a chance to get my photo. But I did have a photo available for you. I served in the Army 5 years. The photo of me, you would have seen me as a 16 Delta Air Defense Artillery. And one good fun fact about that I'd just like to share was that in the Stars and Stripes, because I served overseas, I did a live fire, and we did a high score of 98. So that was live fire with Hawk missile. I just wanted to share that. So that was just an extra tidbit to a part of my service that I had. I also did a 95 Bravo military policeman, which was a secondary career choice. Although I wanted to continue on in the first one, but that was all that was available for me. I chose to go that route. So I did do 5 years, honorable discharge. And so then also I wanted to add that on the second bullet here, along with the 30 years of experience, which was total of after the Army. I wanted to add, it's brought me to this point where I'm basically looking for a general office clerical. General office clerical is the direction I'm going now. And so I mentioned that I have basic computer experience is basically where I started off. I think this is like the beginning of the computer age, like from 89 is when I was discharged. So I probably would have pursued it then, but I really wasn't so sure of which direction I was heading. So pretty much basic at that time for me. And, but I did get it, but prior to even all of that, I did go to SCO, and at that time I was still somewhat undecided of which direction I was headed in. So it was a general education for 2 years. I did have the opportunity to go to school, but I didn't really pursue it. I guess life dealt me a lot of different other choices from that point forward. And as I earlier mentioned, I am currently still improving my computer skills. I did a lot of office, like mail clerk, file clerk, in the office, but not so much with computer. It was pretty much like a basic, like a web page type of, where you didn't have to do much, know much of like Word or Excel or anything like that. Pretty much like you could just point, click, go forward, backwards. So I am gaining a little bit more experience there, whereas I can be a little bit more efficient. So that pretty much sets it up. I am looking. I know I did get a chance to see some of you who were going to be here from the flyer. So I did look, and so I did want to ask on like for some of the I think it was Amazon. I think for example. Go ahead. I noticed that I think I saw like something related to like warehousing, where I think I related some of the computer skills to some of like the warehousing position. So how would that relate as far as performing those duties? And so I did do a little delivery with Corporate Express. I did for about 2.5 years. And so it was a lot of driving and not so much in-house. And I know that there is some computer that does kind of go hand in hand with that. And for the rest of the employers present, is there any like other office related skills, whereas I might exchange some of those like computer related skills or office related skills that I have that I could bring to the...
So I work for State Tennis Community College District, so I know in our district office, we are downtown on Fulton Street. We are looking for an office assistant one, and what they would be doing is they'd be doing this COVID contact tracing. You are working with human resources, but you're basically on a computer, and if anyone has any COVID contact exposure, or anyone indicates on behalf that they may have some type of COVID symptom, you're corresponding and sending an email out to the hiring managers and to that individual, and letting them know the COVID protocol that they sent to the district has. If that's something you're interested in, it is a temporary position that you are currently looking to fill. It is starting off at $17.59 an hour. And looking at your resume, I can kind of see what else we may have within the district. With the State Center, we do all the classified recruitment from Derrick Community College, Fresno State College, Local Community College, and so there's different campuses depending on what you're comfortable on the one.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I would. I'd be interested in looking into further That's fine. And was there any other more questions for me? That was about all I had. And so again, I'd like to say thank you for seeing me and speaking with me. And we'll look forward to speaking with you afterwards. Thank you.
Entry level all the way to like being a supervisor at the airport and training and going through like bus driver, got my class B and CPR certified. So right now I am interested in looking for like a seasonal job. I'm also doing another seasonal job during the summer already as a contractor for the forest as like a hand crew for the fire. So that I also did that for 2 seasons already. So that's what I'm doing for the summer. I'm looking for something, maybe stay at home for my off season. So anybody have any questions for me? Yes. I am already doing something like I already got in doing the contractor. I think I forgot what they call on. Yes, I already got that too. Okay, yes. Yes, I do like my schedule being more flexible. Mhm. Any other questions? Well, our season started around April, and then it just ended like in late October.
Social service type way. Providing service to others is what I find my passion in, either language, Spanish or English. Is there any questions for me besides? Hi. Sales, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never thought about it. But I would definitely like to inquire more about it, yes. I actually like on the costumes for some reason. Thank you. What was your name? Yesenia. Mucho gusto. Anybody else have any questions for me? Yes, ma'am. Other work. Mechanical work, yes. I like to, that's what I did in the military. I worked on vehicles. Can I handle stress? Yes, I can. I was in Afghanistan while I was fixing these vehicles. It was always on a high level of stress, inclement weather like cold and heat. So that's another area of my expertise. I am a diesel mechanic by trade. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, if it's a face to face, I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it, but by all means, I know I can excel in any area. Okay. I have one question. Now, is it paid training? Okay, good. I would definitely like. Absolutely. And what was your name? Amber. Okay, thank you, Amber. That's another. Yes, I do. I went to before I went to the Marine Corps, I was in Colorado, and I went to an automotive and diesel college there. That's where I got most of my trade experience. And that's with. Okay. If I could just see like the qualifications, because I know that in the military, I never got any type of ASC certification. Awesome. Yeah. As long as it's safe. Yes, ma'am. Yes, that's exactly what we did in Afghanistan. Yesenia, did you have any? Sorry, hand go up again. I'm gonna be honest with you, no. No, I know how to write them, I know how to use them, but I mean, I don't want to say what they told me in the military. If it has an engine in it, it's the same, but that's something that I know that excelled in Afghanistan. I mean, I fixed generators as well to keep this area would be cold or hot because we worked on the same engine. But I'm gonna be honest with you, no. Absolutely, Yesenia. I will be definitely getting a hold of Amber. Yesenia, your name? Sorry? Desiree. Okay. Any other questions? Thank you for your time. Thank you. Hi, Shai.
Shallow. So let me tell you about myself. I retired from the United States Navy in there I am. Hi, I'm Roger Talbot again. I served in the United States Navy for 2 years. I joined back 2008. I'm a physician assistant, and I got my degree through the United States Navy. Graduated from George Washington University with my bachelor's degree as a physician assistant, and then after doing my first tour on the USS Independence after graduation, they offered me a chance to do a residency, so I chose orthopedic surgery, and so I did my orthopedic surgery residency in Yokosuka, Japan, back in 1990. It was 1998, and I graduated in 1990. Then, when 2000 came about, in Yokosuka, Japan, to California. Okay, and then I served until 2008 at Lemoore, California Naval Air Station, Naval Hospital Lemoore. Okay, and then after I got out, I started working for Adventist Health. Almost 8 years. Then I transferred to Kings County Health Department. Then I transferred to a community health center. Then back to Adventist Health. And then here I am now today. Any questions? Yes. I'm looking for any clinics providing primary care, orthopedics, or doing health care, primary care medicine, general medicine, and then I also specialize in doing pain management. Any other questions? Curiosities? Yes. Yes. No. For nursing? Yeah, so there's versions between being a physician assistant and being a nurse. So I grew up as in the medical school portion, whereas nursing derives from the actual nursing core, then they become a nursing physician assistant, whereas, or a nursing practitioner, whereas physician assistants have the same core of medicine as regular medical doctors. And then we branch off that way. And then the only difference between an MD and a PA is that I have to have a supervising position in order to practice medicine. But I practice medicine, and then I work hand in hand with a doctor, hence the name physician assistant. And then I'm board certified to practice medicine. I'm California licensed in the state of California, and I'm DEA licensed to write prescriptions. Okay, so that's a little bit about the physician assistant people. Yeah. Sure, yeah, I've done teaching for UC Davis, and I also taught the third year and second year residents from Loma Linda. So I've taught quite a bit, and I've taught a lot of first year medical students at Bethesda Naval Hospital. Yeah, so yeah, I have a lot of teaching experience. Thanks. Thank you. Huh?
looking for intel and contacts of interest. Through that, the leadership learned and the experiences gained of understanding how to have, a precision thought process whenever you're going on your mission goals was definitely acquired. Also under my leadership, my officers and chiefs above me, when you're a small team like that, rank has no privilege is what they say, because you're having to operate in one small unit. So that transferred out into my civilian life, where team building and the jobs that I've been in has been my main attribute, I would say. I'm able to help people become the best versions of themselves and grow, just like my leaders were able to do for us. I worked with Elena Foods. My dad actually owns that company. Came out 2007, 2010. Came out as a general manager. Ran pretty much every part of his operation for him. 2010, I know I needed to do some extra for the family, so I opened up my own company. And I started doing sales to the casinos, local casinos. We did their we did their monthly promotions. So what they'll do is they offer gifts and promotions to their players that come up, and we were part of that. Through that was a ton of sales, really relationship building is what I call it. You're not necessarily just trying to sell an item to these guys. We did some relationship building. And through that, my company took off. I went from doing 0 in sales, and in about 2 years, I was able to build it up to about $1.2 million. After that, I branched off again. I had an idea to start putting our meats online, what my dad did. And that started Meats to You. I had a partner in it. We put me over director of distribution, operations, logistics, and I handled basically all of the back end stuff. We let him be the face of the company. He liked being up front with the camera, with the YouTube stuff and Facebook. I was involved on the analytical side of that, analyzing, making sure that all of our campaigns were performing properly. And then fast forward up to COVID. COVID just destroyed our industry. The distribution channels were destroyed. Commodity pricing just went through the roof. People are having to pinch pennies. And now I'm in a position right now where I'm going out and looking for work at this point. And I'm really open to just about any opportunities. Preferably, I love being in management, helping building leaders into better leaders, or even people down on the lower part of the totem pole, bringing them up. Is there any questions that anybody has for me? Okay, I'll leave it there. Oh, do you have a question? You okay?
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, my name is David Macias. I am a veteran of the U.S. Navy. I was in for 5 years and 3 months as an aviation electrician. And after that, after my tour, I went into concrete work when I came out of the military, and I was in concrete construction for 20 years. And went ahead and finished that career, and I got into truck driving, which is what I've been doing for the last almost 8 years. I'll start in my 8th year next year. And I just was doing OTR, which is over the road cross-country driving, and now I finally got to come home, and I'm looking for local work that I can do here in the general area, not leaving California anymore. I've traveled all over the country, probably 100 times, about 100 trips across this country, back and forth, up and down, been all over the country, and so I'm ready to settle here in the area. I think that's about it. It's just a short, I've done a lot of different little things in between. I do forklift driving, and I've done a lot of warehousing, and I just am looking to be able to settle now that I'm back, and be able to get a normal job like everybody else, a 9 to 5, which doing OTR is not, and it's nothing like that. It's an 18-hour, 20-hour days, 7 days a week. You're never home. You're always working different schedules, and so I'm looking forward to just having a normal work and home life, and having weekends off and everything. So that's about it. That's all I can think of right now. So, is there any questions? All right. Okay. Thank you. Sure. I had no idea what to.
My name is Charles Jones. I have had many jobs. I worked at Internal Revenue. I've worked at American Forest Products. I like research. I like to help my employer. I like to be friendly with everyone. I'm gonna try to do the best I can as an individual. Would anybody like to ask any questions? I like to do research. I like yard work. I like to do anything. Excuse me. I like to cook. I like to any kind of work that I could better the company and better myself.
Just seeking employment, pretty much, period. Got some skills, I can weld, got some ASC certification. I haven't had a job in a little while, so about 2017, I was in prison, and during that time, I got some ASC certifications and things like that. Currently, I'm reliable, I'm punctual, I'm detail-oriented, and looking for a spot that would have me. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 2017, and I paroled 2021 in December. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Preferably industrial or maintenance in that area, but you know, I can do building maintenance. I'm decent with rewiring. I can do drywalling, painting, things like that, janitorial even. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Jesus Bautista, say hi.
Oh, this is you?
Yeah, that is me. I have two last names. Alright. Hi, I'm Jesus Bautista, say hi. And I served 3 years in the. I'm sorry, I was prepared for this. So nervous. I'm bilingual. I have my bachelor's degree in information systems. I don't know. I'm sorry. Do you guys have any questions? I'm so nervous. Yeah? Any type of work right now. So I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to educate myself on more things. Anybody else? Any more questions? Yeah? Yeah, I would. Anything else? Thank you.
everyone. Morning. Hi, my name is Edwin Escalante. So I was previously in the Army National Guard for about 6 years. And when I was in the National Guard, it was an interesting time because when I went in, I thought it was going to be a part-time thing. But then I instantly went to a deployment, so I deployed to Kuwait for a year. And over there, I learned a lot about my MOS, where I was a 88 Mike. So I drove a lot of military vehicles all over the country of Kuwait. And it was a good time. So when I came back to the States, I got my Class A license, and I was a trucker for a year, and I had fun doing that. But then the COVID mission started. So for 2 years, I was helping with the pandemic. A lot of missions, like it was. Oh yeah, they were FEMA related. So so I just helped out in any way I could. There were. Yeah, we were assisting at food banks mostly, so I was transporting food around the California. So. Oh, I'm currently going to school right now. I'm a full-time student, so I'm looking for any part-time work just to help out with the bills. But I'm working on a construction management right now, currently. Okay, yes? Mornings, mostly. So I get out at noon. I am currently doing the work study program. So I get out, from that I get out at 5 p.m., but it ends in December, so yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, no, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm fully comfortable driving anything. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for your time. That was interesting. I've never done that before.
Good morning. My name is Rocio. So I want to talk about real quick my past jobs. I've been in the Army for 3 years as a mechanic. And my current job, I work for AutoZone, so I'm pretty experienced like in maintenance area. And I say maintenance area, and then with whatever has to do with vehicles as well, test driving and everything. I also worked for my uncle. He had a construction company as a receptionist, so I'm pretty like what can I say, like with receptionist type, so anything related with customer service as well. So those are pretty much my, let's say, my strongest skills on those. As well, I'm bilingual. That's pretty much what I have to say. Any questions? Yes, ma'am? It's pretty much vehicle related, yeah, yes. Yeah, as well, yeah, I can, believe that I'm pretty, experienced on that side too, as well. Any question, ma'am? Yes, as well, yeah, I work at that pretty much. It was my everyday thing as well. Yeah. Any more questions? All right, let's go. Thank you.
We're gonna take a 15-minute break, so you get up and stretch your legs, refresh your coffee, get something to eat.